There's a version of the story where somebody's wrong, where there's a villain, a moment, a reason you can point to and say, that's where it broke. Most stories need that. Most people need that. Darius Cole didn't get that version. He got the quiet one, the one that ends with a door closing too softly to be dramatic, and a man standing in a hallway wondering if he imagined the whole thing. He was 36, powerfully built in the way that men get when they've been working since they were 17. Not gym built, life built. He kept his apartment the way he kept himself. Clean, controlled, nothing out of place. The kind of order that looks like discipline from the outside and feels like armor from the inside. Aaliyah had called it beautiful once, then she called it lonely. He hadn't known those were different things. She didn't leave angry. That's the part that stayed with him. There was no fight, no thrown words, no door slammed hard enough to rattle the frame. She sat across from him at that table, the one they'd carried up 3 flights of stairs together, laughing the whole way. And she said, I think we've been saying goodbye for a long time. I just needed to say it out loud. He wanted to argue. He had the words ready, but somewhere between his chest and his mouth, they stopped because she wasn't wrong, and he knew she wasn't wrong. And knowing that was the part that broke him. She hugged him at the door, held on longer than a goodbye hug, shorter than a reason to stay. He stood in the hallway after she left and listened to the elevator, the mechanical hum of it, the way it stopped, the way it started again, going down. And he thought, this is what it sounds like. This is the sound of a life rearranging itself. Not a crash, just a shift, like tectonic plates. Slow and enormous, and something you only understand after the ground has already moved. The days after don't look like grief from the outside. He went to work, he ate, he slept some nights. He showed up to the gym at Iron and Grace the way he always had, early before anyone else arrived, and he moved iron in the dark the way men do when they need to feel like they're fighting something. The grief was quieter than that. It lived in the pauses, in the half second before he remembered, in the moment he reached for his phone to tell her something funny, and then didn't. In the coffee mug he'd bought because she liked the color, in the space on the couch where she used to sit. The grief was in the ordinary. That's where it always is. Tomas Reyes had known Darius for 4 years. They'd never talked about anything that mattered. Not really. That's how men do it. You show up, you work, you spot each other. You say good set and you mean I see you.
Does not
But
stop
Tomas was the kind of man who watched people the way some men read books. Slow, careful,
City
looking
does
for
not
roads between the
stop
lines.
for grief.
He watched Darius that morning and he didn't say anything. He just set down his
City
clipboard,
does not
walked
stop
over,
for
and handed him a water.
grief.
And then he said, you training or you running?
City does not
Darius didn't
stop
answer,
for
which was
grief.
the answer. This is where the story starts. Not with the leaving,
City
that
does
already
not
happened.
stop for
Not with the
grief.
healing. That's a long way off. It starts here, with a man in a parking lot at 5 in the morning, sitting in his truck, not ready to go in and not ready to go home, sitting with it. That's the beginning. That's always the beginning. The moment you stop running from the thing that already caught you. Iron and Grace, Episode 1, The Break.